Today we're going to talk about, are you a business owner who has credit card debt? I'm going to share something that you may not know or be aware of that could help you pay that off as well as saving money. So welcome everyone. I'm so glad to see you today, and super excited about this topic because, first of all, I don't know if you're aware, but 10% increase in credit card debt in 2023, which for the US, which is a lot, right? It's a lot. So whether it's business or personal debt, like sometimes this can be really hard to pay off. We want to invest in our business, we want to invest in ourselves. And what I'm finding is across the board that not everyone is aware of what options they have to pay this credit card. They think so. Credit card interest is right now the average is 24%. So if you have a $25,000 credit card, you're paying, like revolving balance, you're paying $6,000 a year in just interest. So what I want to talk to you about today is another alternative. And what I wasn't aware of, as I've been talking to some other business owners and my clients specifically, is that not everyone is aware of what's out there and what's available to them. And one of the things that you can do is get what's called a business line of credit. And business line of credits, the interest rate on them is significantly less than a credit card interest rate, usually less than half. So you're talking about, if you have a $25,000 debt in credit card, as I mentioned, you'd be paying $6,000 just in interest per year. But if you get a business line of credit, the average interest rate on that is just 9%. So you would save $3,750 in interest by just doing that one simple thing, which could help you pay off your credit card faster. And it could also help you when reduce your debt faster, pay your credit card off faster, and save an interest. Sorry. And what I wasn't aware of it is a lot of business owners are not even aware that this exists. So that's kind of why I wanted to come on here and talk about this and share. Please share in the chat if you were aware that this even existed. I'd love to know if you knew that, whether or not a line of credit existed for your business. And like I said, the growing debt is unbelievable. And sometimes we're trying to scale, right? Sometimes we're always trying to grow our business, hopefully. And sometimes we need that to go into a little bit of debt to do that for our business. You know, with this high inflation and things like that, sometimes that happens. And, you know, I am definitely not like all debt is bad. I think you can use debt to leverage your business as long as you're kind of doing it the right way. The best thing to do, which I always advise business owners, is to get a business line of credit before you even need it. Why? Two things. It's there when you need it. So the way it functions is sometimes there's a fee when you sign up for it. Sometimes, which isn't a big deal for what it's going to offer you. For the rest of your business, it's going to be amazing. Sometimes there's a fee to set it up, but it's like this safety net, the security that'll help you sleep at night, knowing that you have this line of credit, especially if you have team members that you're having to pay every single week or every single month. And if you do have team members that you're needing to pay every single week or every single month, whatever it is, then it's uber important to have something like this in place, not to worry about, oh, how am I going to pay them, right? How am I going to pay my team next week? I don't have any money, and get into that frantic mindset. So the other thing it does to have a business line of credit is help build your credit. So that's great as a business owner. You want to build your credit. You want to establish credit for your business. So when things come along, you can purchase them and have the credit to do so if you need something. So it's really fairly simple. I think all businesses should have a line of credit, especially if they have employees or inventory. That's the other thing. I just learned last month you've been a business owner for 2 years. You just learned this last month. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just seeing the questions. Having personal credit for your business the same. So no. And here's why I'm going to tell you the answer to that, Helen. You want to keep everything for your business in your business, right? So whether it's the credit card or it's the line of credit, it should be in your business and not in your personal. If you get an extraordinary amount of debt in your business, I'm talking maybe like $100,000, and the only way out of that, paying that 24% average credit card interest rate, is to maybe pull some equity out of your home. Yes, I would rather see you pull equity out of your home and not be paying, 6 times 4. If it's $100,000, you're paying $25,000 a year and $24,000 a year in interest just to have that on a credit card. And I've experienced that with some of my clients who have gotten into that situation, especially with the economy. And sometimes they have inventory. So like if you're stocking a brick and mortar place and you have inventory, like it's hard not to be in debt and not to have credit, because you have to buy that stuff and put that money out first to stock your store. So it just totally makes sense. So yes, separate church and state. That's what I like to say is, the other reason not to mingle personal with business is, I'm not a lawyer, so you don't hold me to this, but I'm pretty sure it nullifies your LLC. So if you start mingling your personal with your business debt. So that's why I definitely suggest not doing that. I always like to keep things separate. And then the other thing is, if you start putting too many of your personal expenses together in with your business, then it's like you don't know what kind of profit your business is making. So it gets all cloudy and confusing. I have a lot of that with some of my clients too. Not only does it nullify your LLC, it makes looking at your finances irrelevant. Like I'm a big proponent of looking at your finances, looking at your financials every single month. Well, if you're throwing all your personal stuff in there, then it's not giving you the true picture of what your business is doing and what profit it's making. Morgan, I just got a business credit card. How do I make sure it counts toward business credit? If it's in your, like if you have an LLC or an S Corp or whatever, it's in your tax ID for that business. That's a great question, by the way. Thanks for asking that. Make sure the credit card is in that tax ID for your business. If you have one. If you don't have a tax ID and you just use your social security number, that's going to affect your personal credit, which is good and bad, right? Again, we want to separate this. Anybody can apply for a tax ID in their business name if you don't have one. So make sure it's in the business tax ID, not your social security card, as well as make sure that it's, of course, they're going to ask for your social security number anyway. They're always going to run your personal credit. But making sure it's in your business name, it's not going to count. Let's say you want to go buy a house, right? And you have business debt on your personal finances. That's going to count against how much house you can buy. So like that's another reason not to put it on there. These are some great questions. Thank you so much. Did I miss any of them? No. Is there any other questions you have? So, again, I can't stress the importance of enough of having a business line of credit. So, and making sure you start building your business credit, making sure you're not mixing your personal expenses with your business, making sure you're not paying that 24% credit or interest on your business credit card, and saving yourself some money in interest. I hate paying interest. 24% is a lot. And that's pretty much what the average is with all these higher interest rates going on and all of that. I do get businesses have to cut in debt. Like, I don't think you can grow your business without getting in some sort of debt at some point. So it's really hard not to, or at least grow it to the capacity you want to grow it as fast as you want to grow it. So you do need debt. So I am always about using debt wisely and investing in your business and investing in things that are going to move the needle in your business. And then that makes sense. And of course, inventory, right? That's gonna move, that allow you to sell things. So I work with a lot of like larger businesses too, and they all have a backup line of credit, and they all like don't necessarily ever, sometimes they don't use it, they don't need it, but it's there. It allows you to sleep at night. It allows you to be like, okay, I know I can pay my team if my receivables are slow. So that's what I got for you today. If there's no other questions, plop them in the chat. If there's no other questions. Thanks, Helen. I hope this information was helpful, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
Thanks, Audrey.
Thanks. See ya.